Hey Scorpio, how are you? Welcome to your horoscope psychic tarot reading for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019. If you would like your own personal psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading, I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader, so I speak astrology fluently. So if you would like a birth chart reading or a psychic tarot reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I would love to read for you. And also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscription button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video and so that you get a notification whenever I go live, okay? And I appreciate you guys for listening and watching. Let's get right into the reading for Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019. As well, if you want a live reading, I will do your reading after I do Scorpio's 2019 reading for January, February, March, and April. You can send a PayPal payment or a super chat. Anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question, $20 is two questions, $3 is three questions, so on and so forth. And I prefer PayPal payments. The link to the PayPal is in the description box as well as the chat box. So what's in store for my Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? Hey Visions, what's in store for my Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2018? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, 1st through 12th house, North Node, South Node, Chiron, Vesta, Juno, Fortune, Vertex. Basically, if you have Scorpio in your chart, this is for you. What's in store for my Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2018? Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2018. Make sure you guys like the video as you guys come in. Subscribe to my channel. King of Cups. So this is about emotions, specifically controlling emotions, whether this is you controlling your emotions, someone else trying to control your emotions, or you trying to control someone else's emotions. It can also be emotional manipulation. The King of Cups typically is a water sign, fellow water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It is masculine energy, so some of you could be dealing with another masculine water sign, whether it's male or female. Vision says, I have Scorpio all through my chart, but don't understand the chart. Well, then I would recommend you to get a birth chart reading from me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. So what's in store for Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? Let's see. In the past, we get the Page of Swords, so this deals with communication. This specifically can deal with online communication. This is, kind of the first stages of getting to know someone or getting to know one another in a relationship. So for my single and coupled Scorpios out there, maybe there was an emphasis on love or a focus on love and relationships. Maybe not just romantic relationships, but relationships overall. And what I'm sensing specifically for a lot of you is like, there was a focus specifically on, the effort put into relationships, whether there was an equal amount of effort being put into, certain relationships in your lives, or was there an unequal amount of effort being put into your relationships? The Star, so I feel like if there were any, instances where there was an unequal amount of effort, in relationships, whether you were giving more than you were getting, the other person was giving more than you were giving, something like that. You are taking your focus back, your energy back, and you're putting all that energy and focus into yourself, all right? Especially at the beginning of the year 2019, all right? There's a big focus on you with the Star coming up in the present position. Here we have that King of Cups again that fell out as I was shuffling. So some of you are maybe dealing with a water sign. This, of course, could be with you. All right, as well. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is generally emotions, having more control over emotions. Whether, you are trying to control your emotions or you're trying to control someone else's emotions. Maybe someone's trying to control your emotions. But this card for me deals with control and control of emotions. So pay attention to this. I feel like, if someone is trying to manipulate you, trying to control your emotions in some way, it's going to come out to light. What's done in the dark is definitely going to come out in the light for you guys these next few months. All right, whether this is you doing stuff in the dark, so be conscious, as well. And I'm talking to, different Scorpios out there, whether this is you doing something in the dark or whether this is someone else doing, something towards you. I get the Page of Cups, so a lot of page cards, which tells me that, you know, and it's in new instances. There's some new experience that you're dealing with these next few months, specifically in January and February for you guys. I feel like you're coming to terms with something, or you are looking at something from a new perspective. And it's going to give you some new insight. It's going to give you some new sense of clarity, I feel like. So a lot of you are like, you know, opening up to, you know, new ideas, new ways of doing things, new ways of being in relationships and in general. All right. A lot of you are also learning to speak up more as well in your relationships, and you're learning to not allow yourself to be so walked over with the Page of Cups. It's interesting. I feel like some of you are dealing with emotional manipulation, control over your emotions. Someone's trying to control your emotions. And maybe we'll get into it, you know, with the love and the love aspect of this reading. But for some of you, I feel like it's not love. This could be like a family member. And I get that it's this King of Cups. So the King of Cups can also be someone, you know, a male or female, just someone with a masculine dominant energy who is like a supervisor, someone who has control, you know, so it can be a supervisor, it can be a boss. It can also be a father figure or a mother figure, you know, but something about this person is it's controlling, okay? So I have a Death card. So once again, this is about, you know, transformation and evolution for a lot of you. This is also your card, Scorpio. So, you know, once again, the next few months, specifically January and February, there's going to be a big emphasis on you guys, and the transformation that you're currently going through. I feel like, you know, it's a transformation within yourself, how you see yourself in relationships as well for a lot of you, how you see yourself in the relationship that you're currently in, you know, versus how you are seen, you know, how you see yourself versus how other people see you, basically. I get the Moon, so this is about emotions. Once again, a lot of you could be dealing with other water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or people who have this energy in their chart, people who are emotionally manipulative, people who don't know how to contain or control their emotions. It's just like you're noticing certain things about people around you, and it's like as you notice things about them, you kind of realize, oh, I don't want that to be an aspect that I have within myself. So let me distance myself from this person. Let me change this about myself, possibly, so that doesn't happen. It's like certain people in your lives are kind of a lesson of what to do and what not to do these next few months. And it's just like, I'm just seeing huge changes. I get the Magician. So it could also be a good time for, you know, spiritual energy, meditation, magic, things like that. But I get a big emphasis on relationships for you guys, especially January and February. Like, I feel like there's going to be a big emphasis on relationships, something about surprises in relationships as well. So this could be a good thing. You may get engaged, or it can be, you know, kind of just a surprise that you find out something, you know, upsetting about your partner. But I feel like there's something about surprises and things coming out in the light that were done in the dark, or that are being done in the dark for a lot of you. All right, whether once again this is you doing something, someone else doing something, you know, towards you. I'm also getting something about money. So some of you could, you know, realize that, you know, there's something going on with your money, or there's, you know, just something funny with money. So I feel like pay attention to the red flags these next few months, you guys. All right, because I get the Ace of Coins next to the Ace of Stabs. So there's something about money that you guys are going to have to take action on. Something about money that you guys are going to have to take action on, specifically around March or April, okay? Something about money, and we can get a little bit of that into later. But I get the Four of Staves. So I would say around March or April, you guys are going to start moving towards a new path in life. And this new path is going to be different for a lot of you. This new path is going to be related to work. Some of you is going to be related to, you know, love, relationships, you know, something like that. There's some new path. I feel like for some of you, it's also travel. So thank you guys for being in here. For those that are in the room, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and remember, if you want your own personal reading from me, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Now let's look into love for my Scorpios, single and coupled Scorpios. I am on quite early where I am. It's right now 6 o'clock in the morning. So what's in store for what's going on with love for my Scorpios, single and coupled Scorpios, for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? What's in store for my single and coupled Scorpios in love for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? What's in store? Dang, everyone is quiet. They normally like quiet. It's normally like this. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's quite quiet. So what's in store for Scorpios with love in the next few months, January, February, March, and April of 2019? My guess is it's just really early. I don't know. But we have to look at the astrology of the week. I haven't done that video. I don't know if I'll be able to actually do that video this week because I just have so many things I need to catch up on. I have personal readings. I have videos. So, but I feel like there's something with the planets. Venus does go, or Mercury does go direct this week at the timing of the making of this video. So what's going on with Scorpios in love for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019, single and coupled Scorpios? All right, last shuffle. What's going on with my single and coupled Scorpios in love for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2018? I get the Knight of Coins here in the past position. So this is a focus on stability, the practicalities of a relationship, the mundane, aspects of a relationship. Maybe there was a big focus on this, or it was kind of like something about your dating life for those who are single, or your relationship for those who are couple, where it was just something about mundane, working through the mundane aspects of your love life. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, though, so it feels like whatever focus there was in the past on the mundane in relationships, it's going to benefit you moving forward. Because I feel like there's something about Scorpios where it's like Scorpios understand the bigger picture, all right? But there's also something where it's like Scorpios kind of demand the bigger picture in most circumstances or in all circumstances, and unfortunately, a lot of people aren't always capable of kind of living up to those standards where people kind of have to live up to the bigger picture. People always have to think of the bigger picture or something like that. But coming out of this energy of, practicality, the mundane, some of you could be dealing with an Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It's just like something about the way you've been operating in the past with dating. You're realizing the bigger picture is important, but there's something about emotional, connection in relationships. Some of you aren't feeling emotionally connected to the person you're with, or to your dating life in some way, which is weird. Not feeling emotionally connected to your dating life. And I feel like there's something about needing to do something new with love or dating. All right, like a lot of you will benefit this month from doing something new these next few months, January and February. So get out there. Like if you're single, get out there, go to parties, mingle, mix and mingle. If you're coupled, start doing new things, start traveling more. I feel like there's just something about boredom for a lot of you. A lot of you have just been bored lately with your love lives, whether you're single or coupled. And there's just a need to do something new to break free of this boredom energy that a lot of you are feeling. I get the Star here. So what a lot of you could be missing is the relationship with yourself, actually. And maybe that's why you're bored, because it feels like for a lot of you, the boredom is stemming from not necessarily actually your love life, but just the boredom within yourself. All right. So I feel like there's something about a focus on self, a focus on boredom, getting a handle of boredom. Am I bored because of this relationship, or am I bored just because I'm bored with life? How can I be not bored anymore? How can I find my fun? How can I find my freedom? How can I find that thing that will make me not bored? How can I figure out why I'm bored? Like, I feel like this is the focus here. So this was like a big next few months of transformation for a lot of you guys. 7 of Coins. All right, so there's something about changes, wanting to make changes in relationships, especially if you're coupled. Like, I feel like there's something about some of you are just feeling bored, and these two cards came out together. I get the Justice card and the 10 of Cups. So it's like you've been juggling your relationship and how your relationship has been going, your dating life, how your dating life has been going for so long that it's just like you've gotten used to the mundane. And I don't know why I just get a big focus on mundane, boredom for a lot of you, the Chariot. So a lot of you are going to want to travel, you know, to get out more. I get the Queen of Stabs. So there's just also something about you, a lot of you wanting to date a new caliber of men or women. All right. Or you wanting to go to a new caliber in your own life. So a lot of you are realizing maybe that your partner's holding you back. Your relationship may be holding you back, or a certain type of specific person you've been dating or you've been attracted to has been holding you back. Because it's just like, for those of you who are single, it's like you may meet people, you know, you may be out there dating, but it's just like you always run into the same situation where you end up bored or the relationship gets stagnant or stale, you know, and it's just like, is it because of the people that you're dating, you're choosing to date, or is it because you're bored with your life? You know? So it's almost like you guys are, the place that you're operating from, King of Coins, I thought it was the King of Cups, but the King of Cups shows up again. The King of Cups has showed up in each spread for you guys, so I don't know what this is about. This can also, I'm really getting, ironically, be a spirit guide around you, or like an ancestor or something like that, who's like trying to get your attention. But I feel like for a lot of you, there's a focus on paying attention to your own intentions and paying attention to where you're operating from when it comes to dating in your love life. So are you operating from a place of boredom? You know, because that can also be a negative thing as well. If you're operating from a place of boredom, then you may just be in your relationship out of boredom. You may just be dating, you know, out of boredom. And that's not really dating from a place of solid intention. All right. So it feels like there's a focus on intentions and boredom, why you're bored in your relationships, what can you do to be on board? And I feel like the way to be on board is to do something new. Do something you've never done, Scorpio. Like these next few months, January, February, March, and April especially, the time to do something new in love and dating, all right? Something you've never done, all right? To get a new result, to get some excitement going, to get a flow of more positive energy, whether you're single or coupled. So I hope that made sense to someone out there. All right, but I'm sure it will make sense as time goes on these next few months. All right, lastly, let's see what's going on with Scorpios for money. What's in store for Scorpios? I know I'm a messy shuffler. Don't judge. It is what it is. So what's in store for my Scorpios for the months of, with their money for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? Remember, like the video, guys, as you guys come in, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live, so that you never miss a live, okay? What's in store for Scorpios for the months of January, February, March, and April with money? What's in store for Scorpios and money for the months of January, February, March, and April 2019? What's in store for Scorpios and money for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2018? I get the Death card here in the past position, so this tells me that in the past, your money could have went through some sort of transformation. It may have felt like your money may have went through literally some sort of death or something like that, or maybe in your career related to your job or something like that. Like you may have went through some death or some sense of rebirth, like your money, your job, your career aspect, that aspect of your life has gone through some sort of rebirth, rejuvenation, some sort of evolution, some sort of transformation in the past. So I don't know if this was a focus for a lot of you in 2018 when it came to money. I get the Four of Swords here in the present position. So whatever newfound kind of newfound sense of understanding you now have about money, but you know, this month or these next few months from what you've learned in the past, you know, move forward with it with gusto. Move forward with the knowledge that you've gained. Without hesitation, you know, even though things may not seem like it's moving forward fast enough right now, even though it may seem like you're not, you know, things don't have traction with money, you know, if you keep going, it's like compound interest. Okay, you just got to keep going, keep working, keep, you know, keep saving, whatever your goal is, and eventually you'll get there. I get the Ace of Swords. So it may be the energy of you have to get there, but you're going to get there, but not without a plan or a strategy with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords can also be working with another person, so for those of you that are kind of, trying to build some strategy around money, whether you're trying to build a strategy to gain more money, a strategy to, work on your debts or your bills or something like that, you could benefit from working with someone else. Whether this is a financial advisor or a supervisor or boss at your job, something like that. It's like there needs to be some sort of plan or structure in place with money for a lot of you. But this could also be something you're naturally working on. I feel like for some of you, it's you're naturally working on this, building more of a solid structure and foundation for your money to build upon. And not just in terms of practical, a foundation, but also also a foundation and structure in terms of your thoughts about money as well. All right, so I hope that makes sense for a lot of you. I have the Three of Swords, so you just have to not let your responsibilities and your duties around money to help make you lose sight or focus of your ultimate, long-term goals about money. And remember, I was saying earlier, Scorpios have this way about them where you guys are able to see the big picture, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes you guys focus solely on the big picture and not enough on, what is going on in the present, all right, situation. So I feel like there's a more need for you to be present with your money. If that makes sense, there's a need for you to be more present with your job, with your career, with what's going on in your job and your career. Because I feel like a lot of you are getting certain signals, certain insights about your job and your career that you're not necessarily heeding. And that's interesting because as I say that, the Fool card came out, and the Fool card is a lot of times about stepping out on faith, taking a risk. All right. So I feel like by March or April, you're going to realize that there may be some certain risk that you guys have to take with money. It's like I'm getting for some of you, it's like applying for a loan, and a loan is always a risk because that's debt you're gonna have to pay back. It's also, a risk because you may not get that loan, and then it may ding your credit. So that's just an example. For some of you, it's kind of making a decision to buy a house or to make a down payment on something, to invest in something. But I feel like by March or April, there's definitely going to be, I get the Heavenly Masters card. There's definitely going to be some decision that you guys have to make regarding money. And I feel like whatever this decision is, it has the potential to take you to new heights with money. Even though it may cause you to spend money, but the phrase, you got to spend money to make money sometimes, or scared money don't earn money, right? But I get overall your thoughts, your emotions about money are changing, which is going to change your money in general. I get a big decision around money, around finances, around job, career, around March or April for some of you. All right, let's just pull a few more cards and see. I get the Devil card, so be careful around addictions with money, with job or career, because this could come to the surface. Definitely, January, February, March, and April for you guys is a month where things that are done in the dark or that have been done in the dark are coming to the light. Whether you are doing things in the dark or other people are doing things in the dark, things are going to come out in the light. And just be careful, be careful with money. Be careful of doing anything seedy, participating in anything seedy, especially around March or April. Or I just feel like something's going to come around in March or April where something unexpected, or a decision that some of you are going to have to make around money. So, all right. Okay, Scorpios, I hope you enjoyed this a very in-depth reading, I believe I felt, for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019. Remember, if you would like your own personal reading from me, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live or whenever I upload a new video. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and I appreciate you guys. Remember, I do astrology birth chart readings as well as psychic tarot readings. So if you want a birth chart reading, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I love you guys. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next live. Have a great few months, Scorpio. You have a great day too, Visions. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.